Hi, everybody. My name is Amy Cothran. I want to bring to you what happened at the board last night on March 13th, 2023. We started out talking about gifts that had been received, and there was quite a few. The wrestling club has donated $588 worth of wrestling warm-ups to Ott Middle School wrestling program. Cargill, Mr. Taylor Jensen of Arbor Park PE teacher was awarded a donation from Cargill in the amount of $3,000 to purchase a Gaga ball pit at Arbor Park. I don't know if you've ever seen kids play Gaga ball, but it's called Gaga for a reason because they go crazy. Mr. Shaz Fonda of Blair High School high school band instructor was awarded a donation in the amount of $1,182.15 for the purchase of new band flags. Kohler Engines, it was mentioned Schuler. So Schuler had something to do with the Blair High School receiving donations from Kohler Company for 12 engines. The estimated value was $4,500. The Kiwanis Club had that breakfast, and they were able to donate $1,000 for the school deficit, the school lunch accounts that are in deficit. Okay, and then we went on to policies. They reviewed policies. They passed for the second time the school calendar that we talked about last month. Everything else was a review, and they're going to dive a little bit deeper into the basic instruction program that will be coming up later. Everybody was in attendance. All of your school board representatives were present at the meeting. Before I get to BG&T and finance, let me just go over this real quick. We have new teachers and administrators that have been hired for next school year. We have Dr. Beneficia Glasshoff. I know I butchered that name. Assistant Superintendent of Teaching and Learning for pre-K through 5. Brett Swawards, Assistant Superintendent of Teaching and Learning 6 through 12. Jeff Steinbeck, Building Grounds and District Supervisor. He's going to be the lead of that program. Maya Lincoln, K through 5 special education teacher. Tyler Bosch, K through 5 special education teacher. Laura Dutton, grade 4th homeroom teacher, or classroom teacher. Haley Seville, 9 through 12 English language arts teacher. Jaron Potter, 9 through 12 special education teacher. There were some retirements. Kathleen Metzfield, who has served 31 years as 7th grade teacher. She is retiring. Ross Utley, grade 6 through 8 industrial technology teacher, has served for 23 years, and he is retiring. Vicki Griffin, who is a counselor at the high school, is also retiring. Resignations, Kelly Storjon, grade 4 classroom teacher, is resigning. Tim Riley, 9 through 12 English teacher, is resigning. Paxton Steinberg, 9 through 12 special education teacher, is also resigning. And one more, we have Jess Landsman, grade 4 classroom teacher, is also resigning. So now to the BG&T, and BG&T spoke a lot about playground equipment and the K-5 updates that the phase 2. We are not doing phase 2, but we are doing the playground updates. Lots of information about the playground updates. It was also in the finance committee's meeting minutes with the playground updates. They shared a lot of different types of playgrounds, that updates that different playgrounds equipments that have been looked at. hopefully Gilson will share those pictures out in an email. I took pictures of the slides, but they just didn't come out looking very good. So I'm not going to share those. The cost is, we had budgeted $250,000 for playground equipment. The cost is coming up a little bit over that. They're also talking about a poured pad instead of the wood chip pad. They were talking about the poured pad is much more handicap friendly. So our children with special needs can get out there and play also. But that's going to, cost extra money. They were talking about, what is that? That said the fun run. They earned $60,000 with something. I'm thinking it was a fun run that they earn money for, and they've got $60,000, and they may need to use some of that to do the poured pad. And there's also like a $15,000 grant that they're going to be able to incorporate into this to do the pads for the playgrounds. Now they're talking about playgrounds at Arbor. It needs a whole new setup. Primary playgrounds at the school that's going to have the preschool. And those looked awesome. Both those look really good. And then some add-on playground equipment for the older kids at Deerfield. And so that's the equipment that was being looked at. So also briefly, the building and grounds talked about the K-5 updates, which is phase 2. And the architect contract would be $108,000 to have them kind of outline that for us, what that's going to take. So also, all 3 boilers are at Ott. They're trying to figure out whether they should sell the food truck, our old food truck, as is, or if we should fix it and then sell it. What's going to be financially better for us to do. They're going to have sealed bids for the buses. The buses is bus 17, bus 20, bus 24, and bus 26. It's going to be, the auction is scheduled to be held on March 13th through Thursday, March 23rd, with bids being opened on Friday, March 24th at 10 a.m. Also, they plan on putting a rigid bandsaw in with that auction, and 2 refrigerators and 6 wrestling mats to sell during that auction period. Okay, and that pretty much has your grounds people. They finance was talking about the food service management, because they have gotten 6 companies that sent reps to talk to Blair about what they could do for our children as far as food service. Okay, I'm a little bit out of order here. It says, Sourcewell bid for items needs. So they're using Sourcewell, which is a non-fee company, to bid for, to bid out. They use them to bid out for the playground equipment, and to get the, be able to go all over the place and get the best possible price out of all. I mean, if you open up your sources, it makes it a little bit easier. So I think that has got us. We did have a parent come and speak, and the parent was talking about uh, from farm to table and being able to help with some of that. And so maybe to make our food, maybe assist with our food service for our children. And they're gonna get with that parent, and they're gonna talk more with that parent to see what is available. They also talked about open enrollment because we do have we do allow optional students to come into Blair. This year we do not have any openings for second graders or any openings for special ed. We have minimal openings for elementary, 5 for first grade, 5 for third grade, 3 for fourth grade, and 7 for fifth. Then we open up a little bit in the 6th grade. So it's in the 20s for aught. So every grade is 20 something. And then in the high school, everything is 20 something, except for the 11th grade is 12 and 12th grade is 37. So, so we do have some optional openings if you know somebody who wants to be a Blair student. And that has your board meeting. Thank you very much. Have a good night.